Random dad stuff.
All right. Well, this washer has been having problems because it gets unbalanced really quickly, and I think it's a problem with a balance ring inside. It's a ring that's around the top of the tub that fills partially with water to help balance out the load, so it'll fill with water on one side or the other. But gotta start taking it apart and see if that's the issue. I've got it opened up here and you can see how gross and nasty this gets. So maybe it's just clogged up somewhere. I'll find out after I get this thing off. Okay, so it's got these little clips all around, so I just gotta make sure they're all loose, and then this thing can start lifting up. Looks like they're all pretty loose. Got that all off, and I'm gonna wash this thing off. This covers ring is pretty nasty. So the actual balance ring is this part here. It's got fills with water inside it to keep it balanced. And a lot of people may not know this whole tub here, it's actually just hanging by these tension rods here. So it's not actually connected at the bottom of it. So that allows it to move back and forth freely because it's just suspended hanging there. And also, once you open it up on the inside, there's usually a manual that has all the secret diagnostic codes and information and stuff that they don't want you to know because they just want you to buy a new washer or have a repair person come out and fix it. Just trying to give you something. All kinds of gross stuff in there too. Ooh boy. All right. Well, let's get this balance ring off of here. And close the lid, slide it back on, put these little tabs in here. And of course, also while I was at it, I couldn't just do one thing. I had to take this shelf off, scoot the freezer back, and that's as far as I can go because these lines here. I could move the freezer over to this space or even over to there, move that shelf, but it's kind of good where it is. I just needed to go back a little bit, but the shelf was in the way, so I'm going to reinstall this shelf up here, but up above the freezer so the freezer can slide under it. All right, now I got to slide the washer back into place. Today, I've got to fix these stairs on the RV because here's why. They're supposed to go all the way up, but they don't. I think the motor is going bad, and it's not producing the right amount of voltage for the steps, because the way the steps stop is that the motor senses that there's too much resistance and it's trying too hard, and so that means it's up at the top. But for some reason it's doing that when it's down here. I've checked all the gears, checked all the pivot points and everything, so I've determined that putting a new motor in for this step is going to be the solution. Let's find out. Well, I ended up having to take off this whole bracket that the motor's mounted to in order to take the old motor off. Looks like that gear on there is all rusted and got some other problems. Oh boy, pretty worn out, but I'm gonna put it back on here and try it anyway. Get that on there. Put our retainer clip on there. Okay, got it all mounted back on there. Gonna plug it back in here. Okay, and the door's open, so it's not gonna close on me. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's hop out here. I think I may have put the motor on backwards. Let's find out. Close the door. It worked! Oh my gosh! That's amazing! Wow. Well, I am truly amazed because I've never done that job before. I've never put a step motor in an RV. I really have never done much with RVs, but figured my my gate fixing experience has done me some good here with the RV. So glad that worked. Glad that is done. And for those of you who wanted an update on my new truck from last week, here it is. It's got some good things. The best feature is it has this trunk that closes, so I can keep all my tools and everything in there. Closes, it locks, and you still have a full bed. Let me show you. There's all stores in there. Very nice. And there you have it. See, now when I lift the tailgate, I still have a full bed in there and a tailgate. And there's a dog. Well, I'm glad that worked because the part was like $40 for that little motor. I called an RV repair place. They said they could send someone out. It was going to be like $285 for them to come out, and then they would probably charge $100 for the part and another $100 for labor. So it was like $500 or something, and I got the part on Amazon for $39. So that's a win. Guess that's all for today's video. I learned something, and it's all about having the right diagnostic skills, because it could have been any number of things, but I figured it was the motor, and that's what it was, and I didn't have to spend hours and hours messing around with other stuff and taking everything else apart. And so, yeah. All right, guys, catch you later. And if my kids were here, they would say, be sure to like and subscribe. Bye.